Hey there guys, Jordan here, back with another reaction video, and it's going to be another death battle. And not only that, it's the season finale, and it's going to be Gogeta versus Vegito. Oh, the two different fusions of Goku and Vegeta. So, fusion or Potara, who do you think's the superior fusion? Well, this death battle is going to answer that question once and for all. So without further delay, let's get into it. And here we go.
Last one! Man, these things are so easy to find nowadays. Yes! Now, with this ultimate power, I can finally conquer the world! Fight Vegito! What? Come on! It's the ultimate Dragon Ball question! Which fusion of Goku and Vegeta is stronger? Gogeta, the combo greater than legends? Or Vegito, the mix who surpassed gods? Intriguing. They are in many ways identical, yet still quite different. Though in canon, they only have a collective total of 3 brief appearances. To truly determine who would win, let's examine all of their material. So that's Z,
Alright.
Super, movies, games, guidebooks, toys, Twitter, even all the crazy Xenoverse and hero stuff. Hold on to your Dragon Balls. He's whiz that boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Alright, first up, Gogeta.
Imagine, it's 1995 and you're at a movie theater in Japan. You're there to watch Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn, and it's gonna be the most radical movie ever, dude. I mean, yeah, it was a little weird when Adolf showed up, but then
okay.
Goku and Vegeta were pushed to the brink with only one option left. They merged into a single being of amazing power, Gogeta! And that would be the greatest 8-year-old you ever saw. Yep, you peaked at 8. Fun fact, while Vegito had already debuted in the manga 2 months earlier, Gogeta was created first. After all, the movie had been in production throughout the previous year. To say the proud son.
Alright, background. Name Gogeta, fusion of Son Goku and Prince Vegeta. Height approximately 5'9", 175 centimeters. Weight approximately 137 pounds, 62 kilograms. Method, Metamoran Fusion Dance. First appearance, Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn. Number of canon appearances, 1. Okay, that certainly is an interesting background. And considering that their first appearance was in a movie and they only had 1 known canon appearance. But it could be maybe the number wouldn't matter as long as you're powerful enough to take on powerful foes. So there is that.
Of royalty and the lower class champion becoming one epic powerhouse? This is the true potential of Goku and Vegeta. Easily a top 5 Dragon Ball moment. Hey, nothing beats the first time we saw Super Saiyan.
True.
This comes close. This method of fusion was taught to Goku by the Metamorans, a mysterious alien people who we never actually see. But I'd guess
that's true.
Crop tops with inflatable shoulder pads. Anyway, when Goku taught this fabled technique to Goten and Trunks, it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. This is the fusion.
Okay.
On top of an incredibly precise movement routine, this technique requires both parties to match power levels in order to fuse successfully. A literal personification of the phrase, only as strong as the weakest link. It's pretty easy to screw up.
Yeah.
But if you nail it, you're the baddest mother effer on the planet. Though not part of mainline canon, Goku and Vegeta first used this to battle Janemba, a demon basically composed of essence of evil. Probably smells like cats. Gogeta defeated him in less than 2 minutes. 20 years later, Vegeta would become canon to conquer one of the most dangerous entities in the multiverse.
Broly.
Obviously, Gogeta's super powerful, but I think his most underappreciated skill is how he comes up with awesome attack names, like the Big Bang.
Notable techniques: Dragon Fist, God Kamehameha, God Ki, God Punisher, Instant Transmission, Kaioken, Meteor Explosion, Punisher Shield, Starburst Breaker, Stardust Fall, Stardust Smasher. Whoa. Those are some incredible techniques. It makes you wonder how they'll compare to his opponent. Well, when we get to him, we'll know for sure.
Kamehameha, Stardust Fall, Meteor Explosion, and the ultimate villain killer, Stardust Breaker! A fancy-looking attack that completely obliterates all traces of evil within a target. That's how it took out Janemba in one shot. The guy was literally made of evil. Forecast. Weirdly enough, this is similar to Devilman's Devil Might Be, which causes the evil within a person to explode and... Oh, you mean Spike? That guy's hilarious! Which obscure character are you gonna reference next? Icarus? Sour Man? General Rildo? Oh, just one letter up from General Dill.
Moving on.
Power forms of Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan Blue, and even Super Saiyan 4 in his battle against Omega Shenron. Super Saiyan 4 is a totally unique branch of
Super forms: Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan Full Power, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Golden Great Ape, Super Saiyan 4, Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker, Super Saiyan 4 Kaioken, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Beyond God, Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, Perfected Super Saiyan Blue. Wow. Gogeta has a huge variety of forms, and they may be overpowering to his opponent. But then again, there is the matter of quality over quantity. So, I guess we'll see later on.
Transformation. Instead of using Divine Ki like Super Saiyan God, it taps further into Goku and Vegeta's Saiyan bloodline, giving them fuzzy red fur and Team Goth eyeshadow. Goku has also claimed his form increases a Saiyan's inherent aggression, though you wouldn't know it with Gogeta. He basically becomes Dragon Ball's Bugs Bunny, reveling and messing around with his foe any way he can. Until the fusion runs out. That's right, the fusion dance has a time limit of 30 minutes. This can be used even more if Gogeta uses up a lot of energy. Against Omega Shenron and GT, he split apart after about 10 minutes. Just more evidence that the amount of power Gogeta possesses is enormous. Even repeatedly striking Broly so hard that the boundaries between dimensions shattered like glass wasn't enough to burn through his time. Hell,
that's true.
Super Saiyan 1 when he did that. After going blue, Broly didn't stand a chance. Based on earlier in the film, Whis' reaction even implies that...
In Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F, Whis theorizes that Goku and Vegeta working together could match Beerus. When Gogeta appears before him in Dragon Ball Super Broly, Whis references this. I see. So Goku and Vegeta together can be as powerful as Beerus, and when they were battling Broly, Whis references this. Wow. So two Saiyans fused together can match a god of destruction. That certainly is impressive.
That Gogeta could possibly take on Beerus. In Dragon Ball Heroes, Gogeta continues to prove he's one of the multiverse's S-tier fighters. He even defeated the Crimson Masked Super Saiyan Rose Full Power Goku Black and Ultimate God Slayer Hearts the God Hater. You know, those guys. And two Gogetas together could take on Fu. Just Fu? After all that, he just called Fu? Dark King Fu, the artificial bio-android demon mutant.
Wow.
Namekian Earthling Majin and Eternal Dragon DNA. Is this fan fiction? Hearts the God Finder.
Feats. Shattered walls between space and time, destroyed a pocket dimension, implied to be on par with Beerus, kicks the negative karma ball containing the minus energy of the Dragon Balls out of orbit, battled Ultimate Hearts and Super Fu, the only fused character to defeat a villain in canon, defeated Broly, Crimson Masked Saiyan, Janemba. My word. Those are some impressive feats. And half of them are achieved by a different variant of Gogeta. So that certainly does turn some heads.
Claim Fu could become an entity akin to Zeno, that little blue baby who can erase a multiverse with a thought. But these Gogetas achieved even stronger forms than before. One was in Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, the boosted form Vegeta achieved during the Tournament of Power. The other was Super Saiyan 4.
In Super Dragon Ball Heroes, Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Goku have fought on par with each other multiple times, further supporting how the forms are similar in power in that universe. I see. So two different versions of Super Saiyan Goku have been able to fight with each other multiple times. And it proves how similar their power is in this particular universe. Well, I suppose it makes sense since Goku does train a lot, implying that he plans to beat himself. So great work in never giving up your day jobs.
But not just any Super Saiyan 4, he was Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker! I think my tongue is permanently twisted now. These two forms fighting side by side implies that, at least in this iteration, both are similar if not equal in power. Gogeta's so cool! And there are tons of people who think he'd win this matchup. In Weekly Jump issue 28 from 1995, the fusion dance was stated to unify Goku and Vegeta's spirits and draw out their power to the max.
Wow.
As Vegito lasts less than 30 minutes, the magazine says Gogeta should win. And then in the video game Raging Blast, there's a what-if scenario where Gogeta beats Vegito in a sparring session. But he was about to run out of energy, so maybe it could have gone either way. Though with his power and skill, it's unlikely any opponent would push Gogeta to his limit. Two of the greatest warriors in history merged together as one. What more could you want as a fan? What more could you fear as a foe?
Wow. Next up, Vegito.
1995, a demonic menace has threatened to consume the world in chaos. Goku and Vegito were pushed to the brink with only one option left: fusion! They used one of their most incredible techniques to become a merged being of unimaginable power. Does this sound familiar? But there wasn't time to teach Vegeta an awkward dance routine he'd ultimately despise. Instead, they used the Potara. Only the gods themselves could rock bling like this. That's right, the Potara earrings come from the Kais, the gods that supervise the universes. By placing one earring on each person's opposite ear.
Background. Name Vegito, Vegirat. Fusion of Son Goku and Prince Vegeta. Height approximately 5'9", 175 centimeters. Weight approximately 137 pounds, 62 kilograms. Method Potara earrings. First appearance Dragon Ball manga. Number of canon appearances 2. Sometimes spelled Vegeto. Okay, so pretty much an identical background to Gogeta. However, the differences are that Vegito first appeared in the Dragon Ball manga, has two canon appearances. So we have a fusion that appears in a movie and a fusion that appears in the manga. And there's one that had one canon appearance and another that had 2. It does seem like Vegito has the upper hand here, but maybe we'll know how it goes when we get to the battle.
The Potara forcibly fuses the two beings together. No power level matching required. In this case, Goku and Vegeta fuse to become Vegito. Okay, seriously, Vegito? Couldn't they have a better name? It's not that bad. And remember, Fusion Reborn started production well before Toriyama penned Vegito's first appearance. So, Toei called dibs on the better name, huh? But still, shouldn't it be like Vegiko? Not like that's much better either. Why Vegito? It makes more sense in Japanese. Vegito is formed from the first half of Vegeta and the latter half of Kakaroto. This is why Viz Media actually translated it to Vegerot. Oh, that one sucks too. Okay, now let's talk about how he blows shit up real good. Vegito has numerous techniques that are entirely his own, many of which are fittingly perfect combinations of Goku and Vegeta's signature moves, such as the final Kamehameha, formed like Vegeta's final flash, but fired like Goku's Kamehameha wave. He's got a Spirit Sword, the Saiyan Shield, and the Banshee Blast. Which, no, it's not the ghost attack you're thinking of. With Goku and Vegeta's powers combined, Majin Buu was no match. Super Vegito would...
Notable techniques: Banshee Blast, Big Meg Kamehameha, Final Kamehameha, Explosive Wave, God Final Wish, God Kamehameha, God Ki, Kaioken, Savage Strike, Spirit Cannon, Spirit Sword, Vegito Combination. Wow. Those are some impressive techniques, and give it that most of them are original techniques in this fusion. Though Gogeta may be more powerful than these particular techniques. Well, we'll know when we get to the battle.
It was so freaking powerful that even being turned into candy didn't slow him down. It just made him delicious. His level of power had transcended to such an impressive degree that he was capable of effectively ignoring having his matter entirely altered and his DNA eradicated. He continued on as the incredible fighting candy. No mouth, no brains, no organs of any kind, and he still kept slapping around that big pink ass.
My word.
Presumably, this is similar to how Vegeta overpowered Babidi's mind control.
Of note, Daisenshu 7 implies Vegito's ability to retain his power despite being transmuted may be a unique attribute of Potara fusion. So, even if Vegito has been transmuted, his power has been retained, and it seems possible considering that they're in the middle of a Potara fusion. Wow. That sure is unique, especially considering when he's completely changed his appearance.
Or how Goku broke through its time skip with Kaioken. A greater power level can overrule basically anything a weaker one does. Though, to be fair, the Super Candy is a pretty extreme example. But Vegito's a pretty extreme guy, even for the Dragon Ball multiverse. He later got that godly blue...
Super forms: Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan Full Power, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker, Super Saiyan God, Super Beyond God, Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Blue Barrier, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. Wow. It seems that Vegito has identical variations of forms, just like with Gogeta. But then again, Gogeta does have two different forms, which are his Z form and GT form, along with his super form. So maybe Gogeta may be able to be Vegito here. Well, that's something to keep in mind, I guess.
Hairspray and beat the crap out of Merged Zamasu, a double deity, like a fusion dick measuring contest, but not at all close. Though similar to his dancing counterpart, Vegito's time ran out after he overtaxed himself, which was kind of weird.
Mechikabura once consumed all timelines in the multiverse via a black hole. Vegito should be comparable to this feat in relative power and speed. I see. So Vegito could have the same power as a being that can consume all timelines in the multiverse with a black hole. Ooh. Looks like Vegito's getting more points. Maybe we'll see how it compares when he faces against his opponent.
Back in the day, they said these Potara fusions were permanent. Turns out it's only permanent for Supreme Kais. Vegito's form can last up to 1 hour before splitting apart, but can be shortened severely if he goes full tilt. In the manga, Vegito formed after Zamasu fused, and split apart when they expected fused Zamasu to have 20 minutes left. Meaning he cut his time down to 40 minutes at most, though in the anime it was way less since he tried to quickly overpower Zamasu with a single attack.
The Potara have their own set of rules. Unlike the fusion dance, this form is maintained by the power of the earrings, not the fusers themselves. As such, destroying the earrings ends the fusion.
And if you slap the Potara on while in a Super Saiyan form, you can't power down while fused. So if Goku and Vegeta aren't careful, they can find themselves draining power when they don't need to. But surprise, Vegito's got into his own Super Dragon Ball.
Feats. Powerful enough to reduce an hour-long duration to mere minutes, easily overpowered fused Zamasu, battled Mechikabura and Super Fu, maintained consciousness and combat ability while transformed into candy, Super Saiyan 2 Cleffa overpowered Super Saiyan Blue, defeated Broly, Cumber, Super Buu. Wow. Those are some impressive feats from Vegito as well. And some of them are even more impressive than the feats Gogeta had achieved. But we'll be able to know how they are when we get to the battle. So here's hoping.
All hero shenanigans, and he's got the full power red fur too. Look, Wiz, I think I'm having deja vu.
Aside from Fu, he's battled heavy-hitting threats to the multiverse like Cumber and Mechikabura.
And just like with Gogeta, there's plenty of people who think Vegeta would win this fight.
Daizenshus 4 and 7, basically two Dragon Ball encyclopedias, claim that the Potara fusion is superior to the fusion dance.
Old Kai said that the Potara provide a greater effect.
Though they both may be referring to what was believed at the time to be a permanent fusion. Not having to worry about overspending your time limit would certainly be a greater effect if it were true.
But hey, there's nothing that can get in the way of Vegito's awesome power. Gods and demons alike are no match. When there's no one strong enough to save the day, then perhaps two will do.
Alright, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
Hear my wish, Eternal Dragon. It's time for a death battle!
Let's get started.
What is this madness?
Whoa, Vegeta! Am I really that much taller than you?
Stop it, Kakarot!
Oh. Here goes. All right. Wow. Whoa.
Not bad. Want to kick it up a notch? Sure. How about some variety?
Holy shit. Whoa. Holy fuck! Ooh. Oh, man.
Gotcha!
Oh, man.
Guess it's now or never.
Oh, boy. It's gonna be close. Whoa. Ooh. Whoa. That was so badass.
I suppose world domination can wait another year. This fight was incredibly close. No, seriously, how could it not be? They're almost exactly the same person. With a few
Results. Gogeta. Positives. Has more canonical victories, more exclusive techniques, equal skill. Negatives. Fusion dance can fail if performed improperly, shorter duration. Vegito. Positives. Considered stronger by more official sources, longer duration, no power matching required, equal skill. Negatives, unable to power down after fusion. So it seems that it's been proven that Vegito is much more powerful than Gogeta, considering that Potara has much stronger power than fusion. So it looks like Potara is the superior fusion.
Minor differences here and there, like signature attacks. Neither Vegito nor Gogeta had one single power that provided an absolute edge over the other.
except perhaps Vegito's longer time limit.
In the alternate ending of the Raging Blast fight where Vegito was victorious, his victory is depicted as more decisive than Gogeta's due to the latter having a shorter time limit. That's true. Fusion does have a shorter duration than Potara. So, Vegito has the better victory since his fusion has a longer duration than Gogeta. So there is that.
Though it's not so clear cut. Both have overtaxed their energy quick enough to end their fusions in less than 10 minutes. Time isn't the only factor, but also whatever is maintaining each fusion. Gogeta's body and Vegito's earrings. It's possible his power can actually drain the Potara faster than Gogeta's does his own body.
Still, it's twice the time, and that...
There is not enough evidence to definitively prove the Potara uses energy differently than the fusion dance. When the two forms appear together in crossovers like Super Dragon Ball Heroes, this is not an explicit factor. I see. So even though the Potara has a longer duration than fusion, there's no evidence that can prove that it uses different energy than fusion. And it's been stated in Super Dragon Ball Heroes that it's not an explicit factor. So, I guess it's a I guess it will always be a mystery of how what kind of energy Potara uses. Huh, go figure then.
definitely gave Vegito more flexibility and strategy. So more often than not, it's safe to say Gogeta would run out of juice first.
Also, when Vegito or Gogeta diffuse for power overuse, it's typically difficult for them to immediately fuse again due to that lack of energy.
But Vegito had another one over Gogeta. No matter what, he'd always have a very slight power advantage. Remember how the fusion dance requires the fusers to match their power levels?
Setting Vegeta's power level as definitely lesser than Goku's is debatable, especially given their spar in Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Regardless, one is more likely to have a slight edge rather than both be exactly equal, requiring one to lower their power level. Because this matchup is so close, even a slight drop makes a difference. So even though there has been some debate whether or not Vegeta's power level is less than Goku's power level, it seems that their power level are basically one and the same. It makes sense considering that they're both Saiyans. And so this is close because if even one drop of less power level makes a difference. In other words, since the fusion requires both users to have the same power level, the Potara doesn't need any. So I guess it's another win for the Potara.
Slightly lower power levels, so there's nothing stopping Vegito from combining the full sum of their parts.
Ah, poor Vegeta. You'll get your day in the sun one day, buddy. Who am I kidding?
This might be what Old Kai was referring to when he said the Potara had a greater effect.
But hey, could Gogeta have destroyed the earrings? Nope. He would have had to be able to overpower Vegito first, like how Goku could only destroy Kefla's earrings after he reached Ultra Instinct.
Remember, when comparing levels of power in Dragon Ball, the greater one can overrule almost anything the weaker one does. The earrings likely tend to be protected by the user's ki aura, similar to their clothing.
The only time we've ever seen Potara damaged or specifically targeted are when the wearer is overwhelmed or in a vulnerable state. If any stray ki blast could destroy them, we'd have a lot more broken earrings by now.
Lastly, there's some debate over their personality.
There's no consistent evidence Goku or Vegeta has more influence over either fusion. Vegito's taunting and Gogeta's lack of seems more related to the context of their fights. Dragon Ball Super Broly appears to align Gogeta's personality and voice with that of Vegito as seen in Dragon Ball Super. I see. So even though they're both fused, there's no consistency whether who is in control, whether it be Goku or Vegeta. So it seems that whichever personality they take, there seems to be no consistency with how exactly their personalities are. So, yeah, I guess in a way, they have each other's personalities and whatnot.
In their first appearances, Vegito seemed rather cocky and playful against Boo, whereas Gogeta was far more deliberate against Janemba, and thus far more successful. However, these are not core personality traits, and assuming so would be inconsistent with Vegito's serious fight with Zamasu and Gogeta's more brash fights with Broly and Omega Shenron. Context is key. As far as personality and mental ability goes, Gogeta and Vegito are practically identical. In the end, Vegito's higher power level, no matter how slight it was, made a big difference in protecting and maintaining his longer, more flexible time limit.
Gogeta was gonna need meta more than that to beat Vegito. Sorry, Wiz, I knew that pun was terrible.
Wait, shut up. Earth's Dragon Balls give 2 wishes, right?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Shenron, I wish for you to fuse me and win.
What?
The winner is Vegito.
Congratulations, Vegito.
Thanks for watching, and doubly thanks to our channel members for supporting us this year. Hope you've been enjoying the extra perks and content. We've got a bunch of new stuff in the works for you. If you aren't a champion, click that join button and give it a shot. Also, Season 10 of Death Battle is coming soon, including 2 matchups chosen by our champions. Let's see what you picked.
Oh. Oh. So the next death battles are Bill Cipher versus Discord and Alex Mercer versus Cole McGrath for the next season. Holy cow, did this season go out with a bang? So that was Gogeta versus Vegito, and Vegito reigned victoriously. Well, this had been a great year for Death Battle. We started with Harley Quinn versus Jinx, all the way up to Gogeta versus Vegito. So yeah. Well, that does it for this episode. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.